Hello world, hope you all are doing great. In this video I'm going to create very simple project on AWS cloud. Here you can see the project architecture. So we will create one web application which is running while we are creating the EC2 instance. So here this is the internet will be connected with the web application, and whenever we are going to click to, or search to the EC2 instance public IP address, we will get the web application. So in the EC2 instance we will use Ubuntu as the OS and Nginx as the web server. So Nginx will serve the website, that is the HTML page. So this is the project architecture, and this is the data request flow. So let's say you are accessing the web application by using the EC2 public IP address. So whenever you are going to request for the HTML page, then it will go through the firewall security group. So this security group is the instance level or VM level firewall. So it needs to allow port 80 to access the web server, because we know that Nginx is operating on port 80, and then Nginx will work as the web server. Here we are only using the Nginx as our web server, but we know we can use it for several purposes. And here Nginx will serve our index.html as a response, and after that we can see the response or output in our browser. So this is pretty much simple architecture and also the request flow. Now let's go to the browser here. So the only requirement to create this project, you need to have an active AWS account. So this is my account and I have already logged into to my account, and this is the official GitHub repository, sorry, the GitLab repository. Here I have give all the required files that you need to have to create this project. So this is the documentation. You can see everything is listed here. So from here you can do this project step by step by following this documentation. And also you will have the user data script that you need to launch, and that you need to actually create the web server and also the HTML file. Okay, so now let's move forward to the AWS console. So here this is the main page or home page of the console. Now from here just you can search for EC2. Now here is the EC2, so click here, and after that you will see the dashboard or home page of the EC2 instance. Now go back to the launch instance. You can skip this launch without a walkthrough, and here you can see a name and tag. So I'm just giving very simple name, web server, and from here you need to choose OS, operating system. I am using Ubuntu. So from here you can select different versions. Always pick the LTS version. I am going to go with the 26.04 LTS. This is the latest version, and from here you can change the architecture, but for the time being I am using 64-bit. And from here EC2 instance type. So we are not going to do anything big in this project, so I think T2 micro is enough. Here 1 vCPU and 1 gigabyte memory will be provided in this instance type. Keep here is important to access the EC2 instance by using your secret key. So this is my secret key. I am going to choose it, and I'm not selected or changing anything in the networking section. We will talk about this section in our later projects. So firewall is important. So this is the instance level firewall, a security group that we have seen in our architecture, not architecture, the data request flow. So here we can see allow SSH traffic checkbox is allowed, so it will help us to access the EC2 instance by using the SSH client. And one more thing, I want to give the permission or allow, that is the HTTP traffic from the internet. So it will allow the port 80 in our EC2 instance. And configuration storage is pretty much okay, so I will not change anything here. And one more thing we need to configure here, uh, just click to the advanced details, and here you don't need to change anything. At the bottom of the list you can see one big input field. Here you need to put the user data script, that means this one. So in this script we are going to update the system, update the VM actually, and then install the node and Nginx server, web server, and then we will create an HTML page, and here is the content of the HTML page, and after that we will restart the server. That's it. This is pretty much simple and straightforward. So just copy everything here and paste it here, and you can see the summary like our OS, not OS, yes, OS, then the um, instance type, our firewall, that means security group, and the volume, that means storage. So if everything looks okay, then go with the launch instance. Just click there and you will see instantly your EC2 instance has been launched. So go to the this just click to this instance ID, and here you can see this is your instance and its state is running. And if I go to the instances, so you can see this is our instance. Now it is initializing. So whenever initializing has been done, then we can access our EC2 instance. So here we can see the public IP address, and yeah, so if I click to the instance ID, I can see a bunch of details about the EC2 instance that I have created. This is the instance ID, public IP address, then the private IP address, then public DNS and BPC information. Then here also I can see a lot of stuffs, and if I go to the security, then I can see the security group also here. Okay, so let's wait for a while, so that the initializing has been done, and then we will access our web application. Okay, so just refresh and wait for a while. Okay. Okay, so after waiting for a while, we can see the status check is 2 by 2 check passed. That means our web application is now perfectly okay. We can access our web application now. So just copy this IP address, public IP address, and here http p, and then paste the IP address and hit enter, and wait for a while. Whenever we are going to, I mean, this will not work in the https, so just remove the s and hit enter again, and you will see the web application. So we are not actually here, we didn't do anything to set up the whole application while the EC2 instance is running. Then it actually install the web server and also written the whole web application. So this is very handy to create any static application while we are launching any VM in AWS. So we can see our application is running perfectly right now. So here I want to show you one more thing, that we can access the EC2 instance and change some code here. So let's go to do that. Here you can see one button, connect. So let's go back. Whenever you are go to the instances, this is your instance, and click here and then go to the connect. After connecting, here you can see several options. So choose in SSH clients, and here you can see you need to store the PEM file, that is the SSH public key, that needs to downloaded in your PC. So this is the connection string, so just copy, and I am going to open my terminal. So let's go to the documents. I have the PEM file here, so just paste the connection string and hit enter, then type yes, and it will instantly log into the EC2 instance. Now I am in the EC2 instance. So let's go to the cd slash var slash, actually I forgot, so let's go there, ls and cd www, here cd html. Here you can see one file, that is index.html. so let's go to change it a bit. Vim, I am using Vim editor for that. So Nginx is running, the web server is automatically configured automatically using EC2 User Data. So let's edit this. Let's say this is terminal from the EC2. Okay, I have added one line and save this file. Okay, this is the read-only file, so you have to have the root user permission. So let's do that. Actually sorry, first of all, just here you need to have the sudo command, and now go back and edit the file again. Sorry, not here, we need to do this. This is the terminal from the EC2. Okay, done. Now I'm going to save it. Okay, now it has saved. We just need to restart the web server. So sudo systemctl restart Nginx. Okay, done. Now if I go to the web server and just refresh, and you can see the updated code. So that's it. This is very pretty much a straightforward web application and project. Hopefully many more project I will build like this. So till then, goodbye.